Monica and Greg, I'm so happy you're here. This is my first dual interview, and as I was saying before when you guys got here, not that I don't think of you as individual people, but I also think of you as a collective unit, so it makes sense that we're doing this all together as one. Can you please share a few things about yourself so everyone can kind of get to know you a little better?
You want to go first, Greg?
You go ahead. Ladies first.
All right. I was a public school teacher for about 35 years. Now I'm a dyslexia therapist, so I help kids with reading. And I've lived in Austin since I came to UT back in 1979. And I'm a parent of a lovely young woman, our daughter, Isabel.
Nice. And Greg, you're a native Austinite.
Well, I wasn't born in Austin.
Oh, okay.
But I got here as quick as I could. My dad was in the Air Force, so first couple of years of my life I was moving around from Air Force Base to Air Force Base. But been here since I was 3, so I grew up in Austin, really. My memories of growing up are from Austin.
And your dad was military too, right?
That's how I ended up in Texas, yeah. He came to Fort Hood when I was in high school, which is about an hour and a half from Austin.
Yeah.
And that's how I ended up at UT.
And how did you all meet? Where did you meet?
Greg and I?
Uh-huh.
Originally, we met through Ultimate Frisbee, but we didn't start dating at that point. We had mutual friends. I worked at a little bar, the Posse East, and all the Ultimate guys would come down there after practice, and some of them worked there. So Greg and I knew each other, and then...
Yeah, the big joke about that was that she was making me sandwiches before we ever started dating. Because I would order the veggie sandwich they had there.
Yeah.
Do you all have any plans to ever leave Austin, or is this it?
We have no plans to leave Austin.
Yeah.
We're lucky enough to live in a sweet little house in central Austin that we love. We love our backyard.
You do have a sweet little house. It's got a very warm and inviting quality to it. It feels lived in like all the best complimentary ways of that phrase. I've always really enjoyed going over there.
Thank you.
I think that people's homes kind of reflect who they are on the inside, and I feel that about who you are compared with what your home is like. It's very much a reflection of what you guys are like on the inside. Warm and inviting, and sorry, I'm getting a little emotional.
Oh, I need to have you over.
Yeah, exactly. And just also to add a little more context, Greg, you're the brother of my kid's mom, so we are ex-brother-in-law and brother and that sort of thing. I don't feel ex in any way toward you guys.
Yeah.
It feels like there was, I don't see you as much, but I still feel as close to both of you as I always did.
We do as well.
So I've had both of you on. I've had David, my other ex-brother-in-law, and I've had Tad, the boy's stepdad.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good. I think that says a lot for our family.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, are you guys ready to choose your question?
We are ready.
All right, I guess we'll just choose one and you can both kind of contribute if that's all right.
Sure.
Monica, I'll let you do the honors. If you will choose one, but then let me read it to you.
Okay.
Wow, that's a lot of questions.
There are a total of 53.
Do they go back in there?
Yeah, they go back in. This is a great question for you guys. It's so funny how the questions line up with what I know about the people.
Oh.
This is question number 41. What is the furthest away from home you've ever been?
That's easy.
And I say it's good for you guys because you're world travelers.
Yeah.
We do like to travel.
I think it's the same for both of us, right?
Yeah, it's got to be New Zealand, right?
Yeah.
New Zealand.
Yeah, we've been to New Zealand numerous times, Greg more than myself, but we've been there many times together as well. So.
And part of that was Ultimate related, right? Was that?
Well, my first postdoc was in Auckland, and when I got close to finishing my PhD at UT, there was a scientist in the lab down the hall who was from a research institute in Auckland, And I went and talked to him and said, I'd love to go to New Zealand to do research. And he said, well, you should contact Ian Ferguson. He does the same kind of research that you do. And so I wrote an old-fashioned letter to Ian and said I wanted to work in his lab. And he wrote back and said, well, I just got some funding, why don't you come, to join my lab? So I went there in '94, and Monica came that summer. So I moved there in January of '94.
He proposed to me. We got engaged, and then he left for a year.
We had been dating for almost 8 years.
That's how they did it, like in the war, like in World War II.
He wanted to make sure he had it secure.
I didn't
before
want
he-
to lose the best thing.
Lock it down.
Best thing that ever happened to me. So she came out and spent the summer there, and then had to come back because she was teaching at the time. I wanted to move there permanently because I loved it so much. The people are so nice, so friendly, and it's a beautiful place. But Monica didn't want to be so far away from her family,
Yeah.
which
And
I got.
ultimately, you too, I think.
It's hard
I
to
made
be
it-
much farther away from your
Yeah,
family.
it's not an easy place to get to, or else we'd go more often.
I made a good deal at the time. I said, okay, if we're not moving there, then I can go anytime I want.
I don't remember agreeing to that.
I've been there 10 times now.
Wow.
So I've kept my. You mentioned ultimate frisbee. I played ultimate frisbee there when I was doing research there, and I kept my ultimate frisbee friends and my science friends. So last time we went back was 2 summers ago,
Yeah.
and got together with my science friends and my ultimate frisbee friends while we were.
And one of his best friends moved to Austin.
Yeah, that's very lucky. Like the ultimate player that I lived with there, and really my best friend from New Zealand, he visited us here in Austin, and then ended up marrying an American from California, and she wanted to move back to the States. And he said, "Well, okay, but we're going to move to Austin." So you may have met Liam before.
Yeah, I met Liam. Mhm.
So that's great. I just saw Liam yesterday because I went and saw his son play in a soccer game.
You all have the single most impressive circle of friends of anyone of any people I've ever known.
We are so lucky, and you
Yeah.
are so right. We feel.
Well, all of them are
It's
lucky
charmed.
too,
I know.
because of you.
Thank you, but yeah, our friends are amazing.
Yeah.
You
One
seem very
reason we
aligned.
would never leave Austin, I think.
Yeah.
We've got
Yeah,
so many
exactly.
friends here.
You seem very aligned on. I think there are things that we sort of naturally assume that a couple needs to have in common, but then there are other things that are kind of you wouldn't really think about, but I feel like are very important. And I think the way that you guys travel together, the fact that you have that in common, that it's kind of a priority for you, and it's something that you both enjoy doing. The fact that you both like the friends that you keep, it's sort of even, it seems like, and
That's true.
I'm impressed that to have those things in common with someone, I think would be very important.
I think that's true. I mean, we are both kind of independent, like with some of our activities, but when it comes to our friends, we're like totally aligned.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's not like he has his friends, I have my friends. We have a lot of really close friends that are, both of ours. So
How many times have you been to New Zealand?
I haven't counted, but at least 5.
I think 5 at least.
5. Yeah. We went twice with Isabel, and then we went just on our own, and we're planning to go next summer. I had a promise, Greg.
Yeah, we there was a period where we didn't. I kept saying to Monica and Isabel, "Let's go to New Zealand," and we kept going to Europe.
There were
and
other things
there were-
coming up, yeah.
And so finally, we went back a couple of summers ago, and it was a great trip. It was one of those trips where everything just seemed to go right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was incredible.
And we did all of our favorite things,
And so
and
many
it was a
things.
great trip.
Do you all usually do mostly the same stuff, or do you see
It's funny you say
different
that.
things?
We Greg especially likes to do the same things and go to the
Yes.
same places.
I'm very much.
I could have assumed that. I didn't want to assume that.
But we discovered a few new places, so we vary it a little bit, but we know where our favorite locations in New Zealand are, and we
Yeah.
pretty much go back to those. Yeah. But this summer we're going to the Polish reunion.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Can
so-
you explain what that is?
My maiden name is Dubinski. My dad was born in Poland, and they left he was 6 when they left during World War II. He went through Ellis Island, and his family kind of split up all over the globe. Some stayed in Poland, some went to Europe, some came to America. And my grandfather started a family association back when I was like 13 with the goal of keeping the family connected. And so I think it was 1990. I went to my Poland the first time when I was 13 years old, and it was just like young teenagers. And now in 1990, they started having a reunion every 5 years. And there's organizers in the family that find a location that can house us all. And we go for 5 days, and it's like a 5-day wedding. It's just like, it's
So much fun.
It's really fun. Greg's gone. How many times have you gone to the?
Oh my gosh! Well, we
5 or
only
6
missed
times?
one
Yeah.
since 1990.
Is
I've
it-
only,
Yeah, Isabel's been to a few. She's going with us this year too. So it's really an incredible experience. You meet all your connected family from Europe and everywhere, and
Yeah.
Isabel really enjoyed last time because she
Yeah.
was old enough to kind of make new friends, and she was amazed at making friends from the
Yeah.
family that are in France
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
London, and just had a great
Yeah.
time. We would go to bed because we're older.
we
would
go to bed
stay-
at like 1:00.
And she would stay up with everyone,
There was a big fire, like a bonfire every night. There's a lot of musicians in the family that are good singers and play guitar. So every night it's bring the bottles of wine from dinner, come by the fire and sing. And yeah, it's really fun.
And that's this summer?
Yeah, that's this summer. We're going to Zakopane, which is in the mountains. Really, really beautiful part of Poland. It's near Austria and Slovakia.
Are you going somewhere else while you're over there?
Yeah, we're going to Ireland because we have lots of friends in Ireland. And they're all younger than us.
Yes.
They're all like in their 30s.
You
But
guys
somehow
are-
they embraced us.
We made friends with we call them the lads. They were here in Austin about 10 years ago on a J1 visa, part of like when you're in university in Ireland, you go and do like an internship somewhere else, outside of Ireland, and they chose Austin. And they were right across from our friend, they rented a place across the street from our friend Stu, who was hosting this kind of friendly poker game that we play on Monday nights. And they were like, we'll host. And so all summer long, we would go over there. There was probably six or seven of them living in a place that was meant for 2 or 3. But they were so wonderful. They were from Malahide, a suburb of Dublin. And we made friends with them, and we've stayed in touch. One of them came back a couple of years ago for his 30th birthday, and he brought 25 Irish lads and his father and uncle to Austin for
They
a
rented a
week.
bus.
And every time we go, we get to see them again, and we're looking forward to seeing them again.
That's
We
fun.
love Ireland too. It's
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of New Zealand sometimes.
I'll tell a short, funny story, but Greg is often called GC, Greg Clark. And so that's what they called him, GC. And when they left to go back to Ireland, they gave him a rugby ball because he loves rugby, and they all signed their names or autographed it, and they wrote to Juicy. The whole time they thought it was Juicy, not GC. So
I had loaned
thinking
them
of it
a
as
rugby ball
Juicy.
that I had, and they ended up playing with it all summer, but lost it. And they're like, "Oh, well, we'll give Juicy."
That's amazing. You guys are like the whole theory of 6 degrees of separation. You guys are the reason it works because of how connected you are all over the world. The fact that I know you, now I'm like one step away from all these people all over the world, and
You never know.
it's amazing.
It is.
I was going to say, I've always admired When my kids were little, I found every excuse not to do anything because it was difficult with a little kid. But you guys never seemed, at least I didn't know you all when Isabel was really young, but you never seemed to let that stand in your way. Like you just kept doing stuff and just took her along.
I don't know. Yeah, that might not have been a good thing. I don't know.
Looking back now that I don't have to deal with all the young kids, it seems like an amazing gift that you gave her.
Yeah, she's seen a lot of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she still likes traveling with us if we're paying for the flight.
Sure. Well, y'all, I really appreciate you stopping by and doing this. It's great to see you. I would like to do some sort of volume 2 with you all at some point. Maybe we could do it at your house.
Sure.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I would honestly love to ask you every question in there because I feel like every question you would have a great answer for.
Bring some of them next time we have you over.
Yeah. Okay, Monica, you said something. You said that you were going to share something with us as our
this
benediction.
is a quote I like.
Okay.
It's take the trip, have the margarita, sit in the sun, because there's no point in being the richest, skinniest, least wrinkled person in the cemetery.
Advice to live by.
Good.
That's kind of the way we roll.